Bowels Movement '08. Bring another video. This is about my Bucs, man. My 2017 Buccaneers, man. Um, I am very, very excited for this team coming up. Um, they added a lot of pieces. They lost some guys, but they added a lot of talent, and the sky's the limit. But they have to execute. They have to play. Yes, we have a very good roster of young guys and vets. But if they don't play up to their capability, we're gonna be 5-11. You know what I mean? And that's gonna fuck us up. You know what I mean? Because we have so much hype, we got so much promise right now, and you know, you know, anything less than 10, 11 wins, it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, last year they won 9, but they could easily win 11, 12 of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, where do I begin, man? Of course, Jameis Winston, man, he going into his third year, got 50 touchdowns already in 2 seasons. Um, he the man. You know what I mean? Like, he's the leader. You know, like when you first watch the first episode of Hard Knocks, who's the first person you see? It's Jameis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had the first fucking scene because he's the fucking leader. He's the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know, people were hating on Jameis. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really didn't want Jameis. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could never let that shit go because how you don't want this young guy right here? You know what I mean? Yes, he had some shit at Florida State, but when you look at his play on the field, why wouldn't you want that on the Bucs? I mean, like, why wouldn't you want that to lead the team? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you just like hate on that dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, the last 2 years been great. You know what I mean? Like, he turned him around. You know what I mean? I mean, like, that shit started with him. That shit started with the first pick in the 2015 draft. Like, that shit started with Jameis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, if like we ain't have Jameis, yo, we wouldn't even be talked about. You know what I mean? Like, people was talking about they want McCown and they want Glennon to start and all that shit. Like, no, go get Jameis. I was saying this shit on my video 2 years ago. I said, yo, they need to go get Jameis. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, they had the Mariotas out there, but I wanted the Jameis. You know what I'm saying? But like, he's the leader of the team, man. He been the leader since he came in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because the first joint I seen from him was uh they had like the rookie minicamp. Jameis holding the door open for all the rookies, undrafted, drafted, whatever. He holding the door open for them, and he high fiving them. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Blah 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 blah. Jameis is ready, man. I said this shit 2 years ago. He's going to change this fucking team, and look what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they pushing. I mean, yo, like man, the shit I was going through with other Bucks fans 2 years ago about Jameis, man, that shit ain't make no fucking sense, man. Now everybody a fan of his now. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I was saying this shit 2 years ago. Jared McCoy, leader of the defense, along with Levante David, Quan Alexander, T.J. Ward. Now they got promise, man, on defense. I already love our corners, but I had concerns about our safeties. And J.J. Wilcox, I was hyped about J.J. Wilcox, but it wasn't like Deshaun Golston hype. You know what I mean? Like, uh, I did like the signing, but it was like, man, these motherfuckers still got Conti. Like, you know what I mean? So now they got T.J. Ward. So hopefully he'll bring some, hopefully he'll bring a lot of hits, bring a lot of big plays to the defense. Um, I am very hyped about the defense, man. Defense could they could win you some games. You know what I mean? Like, last year they did that. You know what I mean? Against the Chiefs, Seattle. You know what I mean? Like they beat playoff teams last year because of the defense. You know what I mean? Because offense ain't scored too much, but the defense held shit down. You already know Vernon Hargreaves is probably my second favorite player on the team after James Winston. So Vernon Hargreaves, he could do no wrong in my eyes, but he gonna have to step up too this year. Um, Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson. You got Chris Godwin, you got Adam Humphries, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate. Them six guys is going to help out Jameis a lot. The run game, I don't know. I don't know if the run game will be as effective as it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, they was like top 10 in rushing. Last year, they was like 20 something. So this year, hopefully, they'll have at least a top 15 run offense. Either if it's with uh, um, Jaquiz or Charles Sims or like whoever is back there. Hopefully, they'll do something because I don't want to see Jameis passing 50 times a game either. You know what I'm saying? At least have some type of balance or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, the O line is a question mark. Uh, they do got Marpet at center, but everything else is just a question mark. Like Smith is a question mark. Donovan Smith needs to step his game up this year. Seriously, he needs to step his game up. Even though he's okay, but he could be much better, way much better. J.R. Sweezy coming back will help the run game a lot. He's a good run blocker. Um, the coaching is going to be good. Dirk and Mike Smith, they're going to lead the shit. Like Dirk is the head coach. He be calling plays, so you damn near the offensive coordinator. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mike Smith, he's a very funny guy on Hard Knocks, man. Like Mike Smith been around for a long time, so I'm glad that they kept him going into this season. You know what I mean? Because they really needed him to come back to help this defense out, which was like 20 something. But they were saying that they were top 10 like, in the second half of the year. But I don't want to hear all that shit. I want them to play good from week 1 to week 17. You know what I'm saying? Um, the D line is very, very good, led by Gerald McCoy, Baker, Spence, uh, Jock Smith. You got William Golson on the line, who's a very good run stopper. Um, they have Ayers Jr. They have a very experienced defensive line. Linebackers are good. They're young. They're feisty. They have a couple of LSU boys in that unit. Levante, he had a down year, which is crazy because he gets like 40. He was averaging like 100 and like 40 tackles a season before last season. So he had like 89 tackles or something last year. So like Quan, he had like 100. Like Quan was a beast. He had like 120, I think, or like probably like 115. I mean, like Quan was a beast. You know what I mean, like Quan had a good year last year. But yeah, like the overall team, I am very hyped about. I am not going to give a record. I don't want to do that. But hopefully they'll have a better season than last season. Uh, the kicking might be the biggest question mark outside of the run game and the offensive line. Um, we gotta see how the kicking is. You know what I mean? Bucs fans, you don't have to worry about Roberto Aguayo this year, but you still gotta worry about Nick Folk. You know what I'm saying? I don't want look. Let's keep it 100. Nick Folk is gonna miss some field goals. But make sure y'all carry that same energy with Nick Folk like I did my man Roberto Aguayo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Roberto was struggling though. So, they had to do what was best for the team. You know what I mean? They had to do what was best for the team. Let me see. I don't know, man. I'm just for the first time in a long time, I am I am very hyped about this team. It just took a long time. Like we went through 2-14 and 4-12 and 6-10. Like, you know what I mean? Like we've been through a lot, man. As fans and as players, as Gerald McCoy, Devontae David, they've been there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They haven't made the playoffs. They was close. Gerald was close in his rookie season. They was close last year, so I, I'm just tired of them being close. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want them to get in there. You know what I mean? Like start off hot this year. Don't be starting off slow. Last year they started off 1-3 last year. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to start off fast, man. Even if they don't play Miami this week, if they push it back to November, all right, that's fine. Like we got like another week, to rest up and get everybody back healthy. But yeah, like whenever they start, hopefully they'll play up to their capabilities, man. Because fans, man, we've been through a lot, man. As Bucks fans, man. I think ever since like the '02 season, man, it just been shit just haven't been going on way. We went to playoffs 2 times. Uh, Once out of the last 10 years, like like the last playoff appearance was 2007. Like that's 10 years ago. Like that's a long time. Like like I don't know. But hopefully Jameis and them will turn that shit around and get the Bucks in. You know what I mean? And then like once they in, we don't know what the fuck could happen. You know what I mean? Like they might go make a run. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know. But yeah, I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait for the season to start, man. It's gonna be wonderful, man. You know, like, like what I do. If like my team is shitty and they playing shitty, I'm gonna call them the fuck out. And if they playing great, I'm gonna give them the props. But you know, this season, I I'm not holding nothing back. You know what I mean? Because I will get a chance to watch at least 15 of the games. So you know, so yeah, hopefully they play good. You know what I mean? They got a tough schedule. Uh, well, they play the they play the NFC North. So they play Green Bay, Minnesota, Detroit, Chicago. They play the AFC East. Then we got our own division. You know what I mean? And they got the Giants. So it's like they have a tough schedule. Like, matter of fact, they play Arizona too. So they got They got they got games against playoff teams. They got a game against a team that went 13-3 2 years ago. They have a good Giants team coming to Raymond James. Like, I mean, the only way you're gonna get better is if you play against teams like that. You know what I mean? So like, win or lose, you gotta see how they play too. You know what I mean? You don't want to be going out there against the Giants and looking shitty. Then the next week you play the Patriots and I take an L. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta play good. You know what I mean? Thursday night game is the Patriots game, and that's like 3 days after the Giants game. So they gotta play. They gotta play good because you don't want to go into that New England game flat as fuck and get and lose 40-0. Like, yo, like, I already done took off for this shit. Um, so if like they lose 40-0 to New England, right? That video that night, it might get about 1,000 views. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit might get 1,000 views because I might be on some EDP type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. So like, that, that's just my thoughts about the 2017 Bucks. Um, hopefully they'll they'll play up to the hype. You know what I mean? Because we got a lot of hype, and if they fail, it's gonna be a motherfucker.